Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Tuesday, 16th of January 2024. This day is celebrated as National Startup Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi declared January 16 as National Startup Day in the year 2021, since the various programs and events are organized by the government and non-government organizations to applaud and promote the Indian startup ecosystem. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that majority of India, United Kingdom FTA issue either closed or at advanced stage of tax official. Majority of the issue in the proposed free trade agreement between India and the United Kingdom are either finalized or at an advanced stage of talks, government officials said on January 15. The 14th round of negotiations between the officials of the two countries is underway in New Delhi. In the newspaper also states that India to promote in about rupees 200 crore to explore and develop 5 lithium blocks in Argentina government. India will pump in about 200 crore to explore and develop 5 lithium mines in Argentina, the government said on 15th of January. Argentina is the part of the lithium triangle, along with the Chile and Bolivia, with more than half of the world's total lithium resources. The Hindu newspaper also states that European Union condemns North Korea's ballistic missile launch. The European Union on Monday condemned a North Korea ballistic missile launch, the first such firing by Pyongyang this year, and its first ever test of a solid fuel hypersonic intermediate range projectile. North Korea said the missile launched on January 14 was tipped with the maneuverable hypersonic warhead. File photo of the ballistic missile said to be solid fuel and hypersonic launches shooting a test at an unspecified location in the North Korea. In this picture released by the Korean Central News Agency on January 14, 2024. The Hindu newspaper also stated that the situation in Jammu and Kashmir under control, rise in terror activities in Rajouri Punish Army Chief. He, however, asserted that due to the efforts of the security personnel, there has been a significant drop in the violence in the interior areas of the Jammu and Kashmir. Army Chief General Manoj Pandey. The Hindu newspaper also states that, going towards the Indian Express newspaper, states that terrorism, militancy, and pirates Gulf of Aden hijacking underlines naval challenges. In the past 6 weeks, attacks on the merchant ships have become increasingly common, and regional navies are struggling to keep up. The Indian Navy warship INS Chennai, a Kolkata-class stealth guided missile destroyer on the anti-piracy patrol, intercepted a vessel at 3:15 p.m. on Friday. Indian Express also states that Justice Y.V. Chandrachud, master of the judicial parole and a morning tea ceremony. Justice B.K. Mukherjee, a former Chief Justice of India, established a tradition of judicial independence. He refused Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru offer to become the Chief Justice before his time, superseding 2 of his brother judges. In the family of the Justice Y.V. Chandrachud, the former Chief Justice of India, there was a tradition that a morning tea was prepared by the head of the family. Indian Express also states that One Nation One Election panel gets thousands of responses on the simultaneous polls. According to the source, around 8,000 emails and the submissions of the feedback through committees' websites had been received as of the end of last week. The Law Ministry had set up the committee in September 2023 to suggest ways to hold simultaneous elections to the Lok Sabha, the State Assembly, and Panchayat. It has so far conducted 2 meetings regarding the matter. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper, states that DGCA issues SOPs for airlines, AIM flight delays, cancellations due to fog, share real-time updates, and Air India aircraft among the other parked on the tarmac at Terminal 3 of the Indira Gandhi International Airport, New Delhi. Amid criticism over the flight delays and the cancellation of at the Delhi airport due to the existing fog conditions, the Direction General of Aviation (DGCA) issued standard operation procedures for the airlines on Monday. And sometimes also states that Prime Minister Modi speaks to Putin Ukraine war, Russia's BRICS presidency feature in talks. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the Monday spoke on Russian President Vladimir Putin and discussed regional and global issues, including Russia's presidency of BRICS Forum. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Russian President Vladimir Putin. And sometimes also states that ready to deal with any situation along the China border. General Manoj Pandey, Army General Chief Manoj Pandey addresses a press conference after the Army Day 2024 celebrations in Lucknow on Monday. As tensions between the India and China drag on along the line of actual control in the eastern Ladakh, Army Chief General Manoj Pandey on the Monday said that the Indian Army could deal with any situations of the country's northern borders, even as he flagged concerns about a recent spike in terrorist activity in the Rajouri-Poonch sector in Jammu and Kashmir. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, crisis can impact India as 80% of the exports to Europe takes place in via Red Sea offshore. Amid deepening tensions in the West Asia region, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Sunday started his two-day visit. The union government is also mulling on using alternate trade routes and has asked Export Credit Guarantee Corporation ECGC not to raise insurance premiums amid rising cost of shipping to Europe. The Red Sea shipping crisis could impact the India's exports to Europe the most, as about 80% of the outbound shipments to ex-Europe takes place through the Red Sea region. The Commerce and Industry Minister shared on Monday. The European Union contributes 15% of the India's goods exports. From the business point of view, also Sensex tops 73,000 for the first time. Nifty also to close at new high. The National Stock Exchange NSE companies that gained the most included Wipro Limited, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited, ONGC, IHCL Technologies, Infosys Limited, and HDFC Bank. The BSE Sensex 30 share soared 7,759.49 points or 1.05%. To close at the fresh record of the 73,327.94. The Nifty 50 gained 0.93% or 202.9 points to finish at 97.45 for the first time. India's multidimensional poverty rate down to 11.28% in the 2022-23 from 29.17% in the 2013-14. According to the estimated share of MPI poor in 2013-14 and 2022-2023, Bihar recorded a 53% drop from the 56.3% share of MPI poor in 2013-14 to 26.59% in the 2022-23. States like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan recorded the sharpest decline in the number of the people classified as the poor based on the multidimensional poverty index, which considers several different indicators of poverty included under the three broad dimensions, namely health, education, and standard of living. The share of the India's population living in the multidimensional poverty is estimated to have fallen into 11.28% in 2022-23 from 29.17% in 2013-14, according to a discussion paper released by the Niti Aayog on the Monday. In absolute numbers, Niti Aayog estimates a total number of 24.82 crore people escaped multidimensional poverty in the last 9 years. States like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan recorded the sharpest decline in the number of the people classified as poor based on the multidimensional poverty index, which considers 12 different indicators of poverty included under three broad dimensions, namely health, education, and standard of living. Going towards the world news, including United Kingdom government says Islamist group Hizbut Tahrir is anti-Semitic moves to ban it. Yemen's Houthis hit United States-owned dry bulk ship, no injuries. Indian-American Prashia Chakraborty listed in the world's brightest student list. Iran, United States can't call for the restraint while backing Israel war in Gaza. United States delegation praises Taiwan's democracy after a pro-independence presidential candidate wins election. Going towards the science and technology, from the artificial intelligence point of view, artificial intelligence could displace up to 40% of jobs with the advanced economies most exposed in Indian Monetary Fund. IMF says that artificial intelligence could affect 40% of the global jobs, hitting advanced economies hardest. But with the right policies, countries can manage artificial intelligence impact. Artificial intelligence words are seen in the illustration taken March 31st, 2023. Artificial intelligence is set to transform the workplace with up to 40% of jobs potentially affected globally, according to the new analysis by the International Monetary Fund. However, surprisingly, the impact will not be felt equally across countries. Advanced economies like the United States and Europe face greater disruption than emerging markets and low-income nations. In most scenarios, artificial intelligence will worsen our inequalities, a troubling trend that policymakers must proactively particularly addresses to the prevent the technology from further stoking social tensions, said IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva. In a recent blog post about the study, she warned that if artificial intelligence complements high-income workers more, it could widen wealth gaps as turns to capital increase. From technology point of view, this Hyderabad company made a stethoscope for physiotherapists. PZ is a wearable medical device that measures the movement of the joint and the health of the muscle responsible for a particular movement. For Susrula and his team, the idea behind the developing PZ was literally invent a stethoscope for every physiotherapist on this planet. From technology point of view, Apple offers iPhone 15 at the rare discount in China, and competition intensifies online shopping platforms, including Nudo have been slashing prices of the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro by as much as 16% since the beginning of the year. Apple is offering rare discounts on the iPhones in China, cutting retail prices by as much as 500 yuan, $70, amid growing competitive pressure in the world's biggest smartphone market. Sales of Apple's latest iPhone 15 series of the handsets have been far worse than previous models in the China. At last, there's a famous quotation by Abul Kalam Ghulam Muhyiddin Ahmad bin Khairuddin Al-Hassani Azad, 11 November 1888, birth anniversary, up to 22nd February 1958, was an Indian independence activist, writer, and a senior leader of the Indian National Congress. Following India's independence, he became the first Minister of the Education in the Indian government. He is commonly remembered as the Maulana Azad. The word Maulana is the honorific meaning of master and had been adopted Azad as his friendly pen name. His contribution to establishing the Education Foundation in the India is recognized by the celebrating his birthday as National Education Day across the India. Maulana Kalam says a famous quotation. He says that educationists should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial, and moral leadership among the students, and became a real role model. Mr. Kalam says also a famous quotation. He says that education imparted by heart can bring revolution in the society. Okay, thank you.